Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is Mherex Redo episode 7. I'm actually recording episodes like 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably 9 all within like a 24-hour span because I really want to get to League 5. I'm not going to release them that quickly, obviously. I'll probably release one like every other day or so while we're going through this. At a certain point, I probably will stop doing the entire gameplay the whole time unless you guys don't want me to. Like, I might just show like hard nodes that I run into or problems or like whatever, but at a certain point it'll probably get to be like too many episodes to record everything. But then at the same time, does it really hurt anything? And so you guys can see what's going on, what I'm doing, that sort of thing, right? So I don't know how we're gonna go. It'll evolve as it goes though. So your input is always valuable when it comes to that, because it really does, the comments and stuff and views like shapes my content, right? Like when people watch stuff and comment in particular, especially ratio views to comments, then I know it's generally something people are really interested in. And then sometimes people just don't, like, these won't get as many views as my other stuff right now. Because simply there's just newer players wouldn't know who I was. Experienced players maybe don't have an interest in this, although some have expressed they have. And some have said they've learned stuff already. So, and then, but as we progress and get higher, I think it'll become relevant to new players, people progressing, as well as more and more veteran players. So anyway, again, let me know in the comments because it does make a big deal. Now that that's out of the way, we're working towards both of these. We do at the same time. For now, though, let's focus on getting League of Nations on the WWE Live Tour St. Louis. So we're going to change our tour here. We're going to go WWE Live, and we're going to have some work to do. Detroit and then St. Louis. If everything, I would like to do these two. So hopefully it goes decent speed in this episode, and then the next two, and hitting League 5 in the following episode. So let's see how it goes. So we're just going to jump in here. We're going to continue using low charge Cena since he's silver, just because that's been working really well for us. Let's take a look at Rizar real quick too, actually, in case he has something. 7 MP, 1 gem into blue. Yeah, definitely still going to go Cena. That's going to work out just fine for us, I think. And if we can take him gold, I plan on trying to do that. So let's look at his info. And you can see we're still the sweatband short, like we were before. And let's look at his one move I haven't leveled. The choose 3 yellow gems, 2,600 damage. It goes up. We still choose 3 yellow gems, but it goes up. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I feel like we'll use Cena for a while. Maybe we won't, but also his trainer's valuable, so I feel like we're not out anything. Did I ever show you guys this trainer? I can't remember if I did. I actually use it all the time still in my big roster. At 16k, 2 yellow MP and yellow gems do 45% more damage. Very, very useful. And even before that, we get the yellow boost all the way to 5k. I actually just used him to clear a tour for an event because he's my best PG era that I currently have because I don't have new CM Punk yet. So I definitely think there's some value to working on him. I don't think it's going to be wasted. So all these resources, or any resources you put into him, I don't think will be wasted later on. So there's that. What's the charge rate? We got 7 and 7. And we don't want Batista really getting green. Red's big high charge for him. So let's just, let's take this green and maybe we'll get back-to-back greens. Let's see what happens. If he doesn't, he should take the red because that's his primary gem color. Yeah. And now we can take the green and we're loaded. So if you didn't know, the AI will usually prioritize the most dangerous or hard-hitting gems when there's no special gems on the board. He should usually prioritize red swipes, although that's not 99, it's not 100% of the time, but the majority of the time. They will usually prioritize their top gem damage. So now we're choosing our 2 red gems. And this feeds our yellow move, and this could have worked out much, much better for us. This is not particularly great. But we're going to get a 3 match, and then we'll drop the green down for another green swipe, or maybe, yeah, that's what we'll do. Do I not have audio? I feel like I don't have Champs volume audio. Is this turned down, or is it just not working? Oh well, it's not a big deal. We don't need the gem matching noise. It's not the end of the world. It'll be fine, Mherex. I'm just used to having it, so. This will just get the W for us right here. And this speed is like really fine. We should, as long as we don't run into huge issues, seen as a little bit lower charge, we should be able to get through this okay. Really, I should have bought Big John Stud from the Showdown store instead of Rizar, simply because he would be useful right now. We'd get an extra gem or two. So on the red shoes. So I probably should have done that, like priority-wise. That probably would have been better short term. Long term, we'll definitely get more use out of Rizar, for sure. So it's fine. Big John will show up in the Showdown store again, so it's not the end of the world. We got a green and red the first time, red this time. Board's being very nice to us, so we should be able to get through this one quickly as well, and just keep right on chugging along through this. Hopefully, I haven't looked ahead at the nodes to see if there's any like reworked stuff that's going to be particularly difficult, so that could surprise us and slow this whole process down. But I'm very excited. I did that to get to the choose. I could have just as easily matched more yellow gems. Maybe would have cascaded all the way in one, been a little bit faster. But I just kind of hitting my moves, having a good old time, you know? Oh. Oh no, that's okay. We'll win right here. There we go. With that swipe. But yeah, I've really been surprised at some of the comments of people enjoying it, the series so far. And also I've had some newer players comment on it, talking about like the Oscar matches and how they appreciated that being highlighted and stuff. So that's really cool. And hopefully, like I said, that gets changed very soon. I was talking to the devs. It's on the list to change. I don't know how long it'll take, but it will get changed. So that's the good news. That is indeed the good news. But yeah, we're going through this at a pretty good rate so far. I shouldn't say that, you know, don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. Oh, 5 match, let's go. Into red match. I hope Cesaro comes back to the WWE at some point. I always enjoyed Cesaro. I guess recently Rusev resigned, Aleister Black resigned, so I think there's a possibility. The two I want to see come back that have left the most, number one is Adam Cole. Such a good dude, and I've actually met him, so are we gonna take this 5 match, guys? Yeah, let's just risk it for the biscuit. Why not? Let's just do it. He's gonna tag out anyway to Goldberg. Goldberg was reworked, so that could be scary if he gets charged. Let's see what moves they have. His finisher probably hits hard. No, this isn't the reworked finisher. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're fine on Goldberg. I don't think any of those are the reworked moves, so no issues with Goldberg there. Let's do our yellow matchy match. So who was I saying that I hope came back? I said, Adam Cole. And then who the heck was I thinking for the other one? You'd think I would know. I was just saying it. Oh yeah, Cesaro. Duh. Those are probably two of the top ones. And then Keith Lee, too. I'd love to get Keith Lee back. Especially in NXT, man. Keith Lee, some crazy matches in NXT, especially with Dijak. Really, really enjoyed that. So those two are at the top of my list. We're just going to pop the finisher and we're done here. So yeah, just cruising right along here. This is going great. I'm recording this on Thursday, so excited for the last SmackDown before Mania. That'll tell you how far in advance this was recorded when you watch this, because this is probably won't post till well after Mania, because I posted episode 3 this morning, and I have 4, 5, and 6 recorded. Oh, this is actually episode 7. I think I said 6 at the start. This is actually episode 7. I have so many of them done, I can't keep track. But that's fine. No big deal. I'm definitely not perfect. One thing you're going to notice watching through these is I misspeak a lot. I make a lot of gameplay mistakes, and that sort of thing. But that's fine. I really just want to get you guys the concepts and help out that way. So I don't know if you guys remembered what I was talking about swiping in 5-match and controlling where your wild card goes. So if I hold this purple gem and swipe this way, then the wild card ends up here. If I pull the green and swipe up, it kind of ends up in the same spot. But if I pull the green this way, the wild card ends up over here, right? So, do I care? Yes, I do, because I want to drop the blues and create chaos. So let's just do this. There we go. And we got charged up. So hopefully that makes sense on how to control the wildcards. We will definitely be doing more of that as we go along. I always have to remind myself how it works too. It doesn't come naturally for my brain. So sometimes I just sit there and it's like information not loading, right? Like it's broken and the disk is spinning trying to find the information and can't. So I have lots of those moments. So it's really much harder than you'd think if you have never done it, to have a running commentary while playing the game. And I don't script anything. I don't edit this. Everything is talked, brought up as I do it. So like this is all one take. Why did I hit back? One take, no do-overs. And so I'm also on top of the gameplay. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say next, all while I'm talking. And it's a lot to do. And over the years, I've gotten much better at it, but I'm still not great at it, you know, because I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree. Oh, look at this. So this is a shield match. Luckily, we have Roman first, and he was reworked a little bit, but not great. And then you see this finisher is no big deal. We don't care about that. No big deal here. And this one is random, so we should be fine. Looks like no issues. We definitely don't want Seth getting tagged in if it's Seth behind him. I can't remember. But we have multiple 5 matches. We have a yellow, we have a black. A lot of destruction here. Obviously, we're taking the yellow because it's our primary color. It's also going to then break the black gems. So yeah, we could get some big fireworks here. Oh, it didn't break the black gems because I can't predict the gem fall nearly as well as I should be able to at this point, because of where the wild card went. And I took my green to still help get that loaded. Could have taken the blue as well, but it's all good. What do I want? I don't want to take the purple for some reason. He'll go for the purple, and that'll set up my reds really well. He should go for the purple, so let's leave that alone. And hopefully he swipes purple. There we go. Now we have a nice 5-match red setup for our choose. Love it when the AI does what they want, or does what you think they're going to. Perfect, and we should be able to get a big cascade here. And finish him. Boom. Let's go here and do that block. of gems. That should be more than enough. That's definitely more than enough. Moving right along. This one's going smooth. It does take a while per match because we're and I talked a little bit on the intro, so we're about 15 minutes in, but I do think as long as we don't run into any huge issues, we can grind through these 2 tours in one video, much better than doing a video for each particular tour. We got Woodsy here. This one should be fine as well. Green. Let's definitely take the green here. If you're wondering why I took the green instead of the yellow, because the green is much cheaper to load, and we'll get there sooner, right? So, also, if there's a decent amount of yellows on the board when we get to the choose, it makes that quite nice. We now no longer need the green or the red. They're both going to be charged. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take this yellow match. Why not? He'll probably take purple, maybe not purple, I don't know. Yeah, he took red, okay. I don't know what his secondary gem color is. It was red, so he did do what he was supposed to do. And we're going to skip the red choose and go right to the yellow choose. We got a nice little 5 match here and a 3 match, so we can get some good old destruction. On the flip side, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this differently. So, better chance of controlling your gem movement. We can do a 3 match here, and it'll move the pin bar 3. And a 3 match here, and it'll move the pin bar another 3. And if we don't get any cascades, then we can hit our finisher. Like so. And win. So, there we go. This is part of like how this really differentiates itself from like a Candy Crush sort of game, is there's so many things you can do to manipulate the gem board. And the crazy thing, and also sort of the sad thing, the speed being increased is very nice, right? For sure. But what's not super nice is we don't, at a high level, actually, we don't really manipulate the gem board at all anymore because it's too slow. So you guys will have missed the phase of the game where choosing and creating cascades and controlling your pin bar movement as best you could were like meta, right? That's what you were doing to get the most damage and stuff. And that's no longer a thing anymore. Also, uncaged is probably the tokens we need to take Cena to gold. The sweatbands, it might be worth it to do this really quickly. To get those sweatbands, I think we need 8 though, so let's see if there's more somewhere. Yeah, let me check. I'll go in here. St. Louis. What? Interesting. Oh, we're on hard. We're definitely not doing hard right now. I'm like, I did Detroit. Where did that go? We were on hard. Oh, maybe some sweatbands in here too. Let's see. Glasses, a lot of glasses. No sweatbands. Oh, there they are. Okay, so we'll get them naturally right here. And we'll have no trouble getting there. So yeah, let's just keep soldiering forth here. But I am curious. I think it was 6 more? Yeah, 6. So it would be 1 short anyway. And it'll take about the same amount of time to get there as it would to clear that tour, so. We shall sally forth. I want yellow. He's gonna... Okay, no. Yellow, green for sure. Might as well get this all working at the same time here. He's gonna hit his lower charge botch move. There was actually a minute in the game where this Orton was my best feuding technician. Long time ago now, but there was. I used him for probably at least 3 or 4 months as my best feuding technician, maybe a little bit longer. This particular Orton, it was quite fun We really, really need a killer Orton in the game with a awesome RKO that just keeps people down for good. We've talked about botch gems. You guys remember if I match a botch gem, they don't do any damage, yeah? Just to refresh your memory. We're just going to do a big cascade here because I think it'll be enough. Yeah, it was. So just moving right along here. This is going okay. And we will definitely take Cena Gold because, like I said, he is going to be our showboat focus. So while you're building your roster too, it's good to have a focus for each particular class. Because they all use different tokens, you're always going to kind of be resource crunched for a while until you get to a spot where you're earning more, which for us, free to play, probably will take a while. When I did the last free to play thing, I avoided getting in a bigger faction because I wanted people to like kind of relate to the faction level. But honestly, guys, when you get to the point where you can join factions, if you're active and you're playing a lot, you want to get into like a top 100 faction. Some of the stuff may be difficult for you to do, but if you're doing well on the other stuff, they probably won't care. And we'll talk about that more when we get there, but just start thinking about faction and where you go. I know a lot of people have the desire to create their own faction and stuff. I would highly recommend against that, right? Like if you're a newer player, as much fun as you think it might be to have your own faction, to do a faction right is so much work, and you should know a lot about the game to be a good one. Really hard to do as a newer player. I'm not saying you couldn't, but also there's so many established factions that generally, as people improve their roster, get better at the game, and want to do more stuff. 9.6, we need to do a little bit of damage for that to win. So let's just hit the move. We don't even need to choose. We'll save the time and then hit the finisher. But yeah, there's so many established factions and family of factions, like they have sister or feeder factions or smaller factions. I would definitely recommend getting into, and we'll go into this a lot more in depth. A like family faction that's got lower factions that you can learn and work your way up. But there'll be a lot more tips on that to come. And I will probably go through that with you guys. I have an idea of a spot I would like to go. I haven't talked to them, but I'm pretty sure they'd be okay with it. But I don't want to go up too high too fast because there's some stuff with a new account like boss battle you simply cannot contribute. So again, we'll cover more of that as we get there, so don't worry about it. But for now, just keep it in your mind. We're gonna use a heal because this is Cena versus Cena. So whoever wins the loading match will probably win. Whoever wins loading their gems first. So we are definitely... The yellow is tempting. It's really tempting, but we're definitely gonna take the green. We got a yellow on top of it, so, you know, hey, worked out. You got a bigger cascade. Do we have a color we want to know? See, what I don't want to happen is take this black match, and then what happens is a green match falls in for him. That's always my concern. Oh, actually, we take this purple, and the red will drop for a 3 match. Boom. All right, that works. Of course, we gave him a yellow match. That's really not working the way we want. We have enough life to live through that if he does it, though, so no big deal. And let's make a cascade here. How much do we need? 4, huh? 2, 3, 4. No good way of doing that. So let's just go for the gusto here. So also we can guarantee a red match when we break it this way. Right? And if the wild card goes there, when you do it like this, it's random. Then we'll get a row break there. Odds are obviously 1 in however many gems that is, so not good. Let's just go like this and extend it. Seamus will kick him out. So you get to see your first, I think this is the first tag kick out. So when the counter's at 0, no counter, then they can kick him out like that. But we can hit our finisher and end this match. The 3 big game modes currently while I'm filming this, right, are Showdown, and they evolve around weekend contests to get new superstars. Our Showdown, Faction Feud, and Boss Battle. By far the hardest thing to do with a smaller, newer roster is Boss Battle. It's actually impossible to do much. It's kind of frustrating. Showdown can be extremely frustrating. They've been working on that, though, so I'm hopeful this time around Showdown is much better than a year ago when I did my free-to-play. Showdown was completely unplayable. You just can't do anything. Couldn't do anything. Feud is the easiest one because you can control and manipulate your lineup, run really small, things like that, which when we get to feuding and stuff like that in the events, I will cover in depth. That's kind of what a lot of my main account, like, it does, like previews and stuff based off of feud speed, ease of use. Currently, in my opinion, speed is the biggest, most important thing in the game. You just need to do enough damage. After that, speed is the most important. Again, that's just my opinion. So most of my takes on things with a big roster are strictly around speed. Now, in our case, we're going to struggle to win, so it's going to be who can win. That'll be our first goal. But as it goes on, I hope it can evolve to winning and speed, and we can see if we can build a roster free. I would like to really, really continue this indefinitely. It's a lot of work and time, though, so it honestly is going to hinge on me and how engaged I can stay, right? Because I play a lot of champions, I talk about champions a lot, I make a lot of videos, and it sometimes just gets to be too much and I need a break once in a while. So but if I put it down, I will try and pick it back up because I do think this will have so much value for players, potentially, and can make the game more enjoyable and better for people. So, all right. I feel like I've been yapping way too much this video about stuff we're not doing, but most of this, I feel like at this point you guys are should be getting pretty comfortable with this kind of gameplay, the choosing, right? You know kind of what you're doing, you know how to load moves, you know, you can see how one move feeds the other move, like that's all, these are all concepts I think you guys have gotten by this point, so I feel like we can kind of go off topic from what's happening on screen a little bit from time to time as I think about it. Also, this is while I'm thinking of it, the WrestleMania event is going on, and it looks like, even though I'm League 4, I have the free WrestleMania claim, and it's going to be every day through the 25th of the month. Today's claim is 1 million currency, so we're going to go from 519k to 1,519k. I saw that and I was very excited about that. That's going to be very helpful. These free claims are going to be super useful for us. The fact that I started this during Mania month, generally the really big months or good months tend to be more friendly. They give away more. So like anniversary month is usually really good. Mania month is usually really good, not always. And then like around Christmas time, there's some good stuff too. So a lot of times. So yeah, anyway, let's go back through here. We're almost through St. Louis. We have 1, 2, 4 more matches left. He was reworked to be Silence Destroy guy, but no, was it him or Trickster? It was Trickster, never mind. So we're fine here. It was Trickster. There's so many characters. It's hard to keep track sometimes. We'll do that. He's gonna take the green though, because he's a technician. That's his primary color. I don't love this board, so I guess we're gonna play a little potentially defensively. See what happens. Row break is great. He makes blacks, right? 3 random black gems. Let's get those off the board. No, let's take the yellow. Okay. He's probably going to get a match here. There are a lot of black gems on the board. Yeah. I really don't want to get subbed, but... That's really weird. He didn't take the green there. That's actually super weird. But we're going to take the black and the green right there. Nice cascade, which will put us into finisher win range right here. Because we're going to hit the good old move damage on this one, not bother choosing, and then... Right, let's see. As long as he's under 9. No, we are going to choose. I lied. We need a little bit more gem damage. There we go. Now we're fine. Boom. Actually, we didn't need the gem damage. Thought it was 9-1. It's 9-6. There we go. One of these matches should give us our bans, and we can take Cena to gold. Actually, I will double check the league rewards and make sure we don't get a guaranteed fuse for him. Because I don't want to use the bans if I don't have to. So Samoa Joe has about a 33 1/3 chance of winning this match. But he's fat, so he has no chance. I just so you know, I'm quoting Steiner, so hopefully you get the reference. I am not dissing Samoa Joe in any way, shape, or form. I probably should have taken a different match than that, but it's fine. We got our red move loaded quickly. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So I am going to do something here where I take a 4 match here and do a row break because it's going to pick up this yellow. And then I'm going to make a 4 match here and do a row break down here just for fun. Ah, we cascaded too, but it might get the win out of it. I think we might actually. If not, we will next turn. Just missed. Okay. Actually, we might not next turn if he tags Big E in. Because Big E will have enough life that... Actually, will he kick out of that? Yeah, he'll kick out. So let's... We'll just do this. We'll just do this. Ooh, big cascade from Mr. Big E. Sir, calm down. Let's row break down here. And hopefully not pick up another cascade. We want the pin bar to stop right here. Good. We're at 14. Yeah, this'll win. I'm not gonna place... I'll place 3 of these gems. Let's gamble. Now we don't cascade again. Boom. There we go. And he won't be able to kick out of this. I'm positive. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. All right. Moving right along. I'm excited for League 5. I want to get there. I'm like chomping at the bit. I'm like, man, I just want to be League 5. Let's go. Come on. And is this the last one or second to last one? Second to last one. It's got the bands. This episode is 34 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and beat Orton and then beat the next one. And we'll start the next episode evolving him, I think is what we'll do. Row break or green and red? We'll take the green and red. Yeah, because we also got the yellow. That was the play for sure. That was the play for sure. This is Showboat Orton. He was reworked. I forgot about that. I think he has a 1 MP move here. Yeah, this is going to be just like the Seth Rollins thing we ran into with the 1 MP move. Or the Miz. It was the Miz. I'm sorry. But luckily he didn't refill it there. Because, yeah, that's going to get... What was with the double anim... What is going on here? Why did he do all those animations? That was freaking weird. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lose again. For sure. Unless we get some kind of miracle 5 match here. I'm taking the red. We need to survive one more turn. That's gonna load the other move. Why does he do that? Oh, it's a combo move. That's right. Okay. I don't think we've talked about combo moves, which is my bad. He's using a that's also a combo move, so he does the damage twice. We need to not get pinned here. Come on, don't get pinned. Woo! Oh, he did a 5 match extra turn. Yeah, we're dead. Great. It's a combo move, so it does 2 things. It does this, and then it does damage and tags him in. So, yeah, I spoke too soon. We're dead. All right, that's... And this is the one that gives us the tokens we need for gold, unfortunately. All right, well, whatever. Well, this episode's probably going to get longer. I will also mention Orton with his 1 charge move here while I'm thinking of it. To the devs. Because, yeah, this is definitely frustrating. Everything was going great. St. Louis. This is WWE Live Tour. St. Louis. Node 46. Reworked. 1 MP showboat. Okay. I can get that one fixed too for you guys, hopefully. In the near future. We're not gonna use 1. That brings us here. Alright, so we're gonna have to get lucky again, probably. Because that's doing like 2.2k each turn. Twice, I think it is. So that's gonna add up since we only have 20k health. We're gonna need... And remember what I told you, if you don't get your starting board, that you can just force close your phone and go back in and you don't lose health packs. We're gonna do that till we get a board and save a bunch of time. That works for us. So, yeah. All right. Theoretically, we could do this till we get a 5 match of green or red or something, but I don't know how long that would take. So if I do get a decent board that looks like I have stuff that I can make work, I'll give it a go. But we're going to need luck. So like this one, we got reds. What does this do exactly? 2 gems to make into green. So if I don't take the green, he is gonna be able to do two and make a 5 match with his choose, and we don't want that. So I'm taking the green. Maybe we'll get lucky and drop a red. We didn't. Okay. Once you do damage and you force close, so if we were to force close now, we would come back at 1 HP. By the way, before you do damage, you come back at full life. Throw break with no yellow. That's fine. And now if we're lucky, there's no green swipe for him. Okay, that's good-ish. I don't know that any of this is going to matter because it does so much damage. And I didn't get a green match for me off of that. Because we really needed running greens or running double reds to get charged, right? So, do I take the row break? Or do I just take the red match? Row break or red match? one short. We just end up one short. So let's do this. Yeah, you can see that choice was great. And when I say great, I mean not. I definitely mean not. If only he would have cascaded into a pin. Yep. And then he's going to swipe, and he's going to get another turn. It just needed to not be a 5 match there. That's all. The board was fine. Just needed to not be a 5 match. I just took the wrong swipe, but there's no way you could have known. And, alright, I'm just not going to sit through all the animations of me dying. I think if it's the move's already resolved, then we still will have 0 health. But there's a chance we'll save 1 health pack if I did that soon enough. You know? Yeah, so we saved 1 health pack on the recovery, so that's the good news. I guess. And back in we go. Okay. Oh, lots of green, lots of red. We can drop a red, get a yellow cascade, or we can take green. This is, I mean, like he's got 5 matches for days. I don't like this. Actually, I'm not gonna, because there's no way he won't make a 5 match, and that's all we need to do is avoid him getting wild cards. So yeah. That's what we need to do. And get charged in 2 turns to win. So we need running red red or running green green and him not to get a wild card, and we should be able to win. That's like that's our winning outcome here. I feel like we're playing poker. Runner runner. Oh, we need the live tour. There we go. This is better. 1 green, lots of reds. But the problem is we really need red without a green 5 match. Anyway, whatever. We're just going to take the green, and we're going to hope for the best. The question is, which green do we take? Or how? This way or this way? Let's see. That's bad if he row breaks and gets the yellow, and then he goes again. Yep, there it is. And that is the end for us. So here we go again. Was having so much fun too, right up until this. This definitely, as I said, needs fixed and is not intended and is super frustrating. I'm so sorry that you guys have to go through this. All right, green yellow right here. That's got a row break of yellow. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully, I don't know, he doesn't take it, does a 3 match somewhere else. Like that. Okay. We dodged 1 bullet. Now, unfortunately, though, we're going to need a green match now. And there aren't any at the moment, so... But If we can continue dodging bullets, we could potentially still be okay. So this is not a lost cause yet. Depending what happens here. That is still there for the taking. Okay. How much damage does this do? If we can survive one more, it's gonna be very close if we get that one more turn we need. And that's still chilling right there. We're gonna take this. No, we're not. All right, just one more time. Just do a 3 match, please. One more time. But that, okay. That works. Okay, I think this is the one. We need a 3 red match, which we definitely have. I want to keep my pin bar, so I'm just going to go over here and do a 3 match. Okay, and now we need 4. So 2 3 matches again will work. I'm going to take this, I'm going to play it safer and take 3 and 3. And now we got the finisher and the W. Okay, we did it. Yes. Wait, definitely harder than it should have been. But we got there. So that's the kind of thing you're gonna have to try and do to get through this one. So it's definitely a thing. All right, next match. And then I'll just call this a video right at the end of this match, because we're at 47 minutes because of that. It would have been a fine pace, I think, but that just wasn't it. We're going to continue to blow through seeing his health packs here. Definitely not ideal. But yeah. Oh, that was stressful, actually. Oh, look at that. This would be a much better starting thing if you get a row break like that or a green 5 match. But you could start rebooting until you get something like that to save the health packs. There's, you know what I mean? So there's stuff you can do potentially, and just wait till you get that perfect board, because it's all random. So yeah, let's do, yeah, we can break a bunch of yellows right here since we're gonna pin him. Let's do this. Yeah, look at that. That's probably the W right there. Look at how fast it is when you know, things aren't completely stacked against you. So there we go. Let's make sure we get that league up. And then we'll come back in the next episode, take Cena to gold. And I think it's 2 more tours to knock out to get to League 5. And I really, like I said, really want to get this done today. Although you'll see it not on the same day. So we can get to League 5. So that gives us our League of Nations league up. And we got more Cena buckle thingers. And it looks like when we league up, we're going to get Ray, who can do some things, but probably not someone we're really going to use a lot anymore. So yeah. So we're going to call that it for the, we're going to call that it for this video, because it's been long enough. Honestly, since the last video I posted, it's been less than 24 hours. Your store should be pretty much exactly the same. So I won't go through that again. But yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out, guys. Definitely give me your feedback, your comments. They're great. They help me decide what to do with content all the time. And thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Oh, those 1 MP matches are so frustrating. So frustrating. I'm so sorry you guys have to go through that. We'll get that fixed.